We have some very unfortunate news coming in from Ahmedabad. An Air India plane, AI171, has crashed shortly after takeoff from the international airport in the city. It's a fast developing situation, but here's what we know so far. And we'll try to be careful with the information we relay because in such situations, there's usually a lot of hearsay that goes around. The aircraft was a Boeing 787 Dreamliner. The name, in fact, Dreamliner was given in a public competition in the early 2000s and it was accepted by Boeing. It is a long-haul, wide-body jet known for its fuel efficiency and use of composite materials. It's known for comfort on international routes. Flight AI171 was scheduled to take off at 1:10 p.m. from runway 23 of the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport and was headed to the London Gatwick Airport. There were 242 people on board, 230 passengers, 2 pilots, and 10 cabin crew. Of these, 169 were Indian nationals, 53 British nationals, 1 Canadian, and 7 Portuguese nationals. According to reports, former Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani was also in the flight. According to the DGCA, the aircraft was under the command of Captain Sumit Sabharwal and First Officer Clive Kunder. Captain Sabharwal has 8,200 hours of flying experience and his co-pilot has 1,100 hours of flying experience. The departure of the jet was slightly delayed and it took off at 1:38 p.m. Indian time. First reports of the crash came in when visuals began circulating on social media showing thick black smoke rising into the sky. They also showed visuals of people being moved in stretchers and being taken away in ambulances. According to flight tracking platform Flight Radar 24, the signal from the aircraft was lost at 1:38 local time, under a minute after takeoff. Initial ADS-B data shows that the aircraft reached a maximum altitude of 625 feet. And do keep in mind that the airport altitude is about 200 feet. It then started to descend with a vertical speed of 475 feet per minute. Ahmedabad officials say the aircraft fell on the ground right outside the airport perimeter. So what is ADS-B? It is short for Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast. It is an aviation surveillance technology where aircraft broadcast their position and other data to the ground and other aircraft. Flight Radar 24 and many other such platforms work by collecting the ADS-B data. And even private individuals, by the way, can set up these receivers at their homes. It will take a while to assess the actual reason behind the crash, but some airline pilots our reporters have spoken to say that it could be the case of a bird hit that may have impacted engines on both sides of the aircraft. Do keep in mind that many of our airports are situated in busy city areas and birds have been a challenge for flight operations, especially with garbage dumps and abattoirs close to the airport. I would like to mention here that there have been several crashes right after takeoff in the past. One of them, in 2003, happened because a commuter plane in the US was about 500 kg overweight. But government investigators said the flight would have probably been completed without incident if not for a maintenance error 2 days before. What happened in this case, we will know only after a full investigation. But we know that most airplane crashes in history have happened during takeoff or landing. In today's incident, officials say the pilot gave a mayday call to the air traffic control, but thereafter there was no response by the aircraft to calls made by ATC. Mayday is used in serious immediate danger situations such as engine failure or fire in flight. It's also called in cases of structural damage or critical systems failure, pilot incapacitation, imminent crash, or forced landing. The pilot typically repeats Mayday 3 times over the radio to ensure clarity. In this case, a universal transponder code called Squawk 7700 is also sent out, indicating emergency on an aircraft. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken to Home Minister Amit Shah and Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu. He has asked them to go to Ahmedabad and ensure all possible assistance. The Civil Aviation Minister has also said the rescue teams have been mobilized and all efforts are being made to ensure medical aid and relief support are being rushed to the spot. There is no official confirmation yet, but we are also hearing that there may have been some fatalities on the ground because of the impact of the jet crash. Of course, we'll bring you more details only when we have confirmation on it. ThePrint is deploying 3 journalists, Mansi Phadke, Praveen Jain and Krishan Murari to Ahmedabad right away so we can bring you more stories from the ground.